The final game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. And that one into the end zone for an opening touchback. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
4 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He was
working with 2nd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
a give to Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball out of the backfield and move the sticks.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Lindsay, the ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6. To throw it is Locke. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. 11 yards there, first down.
Denver Broncos.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball in the backfield.
Phillip Lindsay on the ground.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Lock on the give. It's Lindsay. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsay. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Lock taking the snap at 1. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now to the air, Lock. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Strip that ball. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm here all day. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Alpha. 55, Mike 55.
Shotgun snap to Locke. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Broncos will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh! We got to get the stop here, D. Box trap. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Locke to throw. This is the tight end fan. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
35-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st down, Titans.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He's got, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Block now to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
So how many different ways can we say that Von Miller is an absolute nightmare to prepare for any offense? An absolute dominant force on the defensive side.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
54 is Mike. 52, fellas, let's go.
From the 38, Locke. He'll fire one down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 38 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Broncos 23. Titans.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. A strong running. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. First down, Tennessee.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here, nearly a 4th pick, but it's 3rd down.
And well.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Hamler now on the return. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
It was Jack Crawford who brought him down.
No gain.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Here's Jackson to return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Here's Tannehill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Broncos 30, Titans nothing. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Tennessee.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill towards the end zone for Brown. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Complete to number 11,
A.J. Brown, 42 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tannehill throwing again. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Titans 8.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The tackle
call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
6-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. On first down, it's Tannehill.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
First down, Tennessee.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find him.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion. But still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do. And don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down at 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Charlie, 55, 55. Hey, D-back, race don't travel. Race don't travel. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. What's the run?
Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Another run by Lindsey. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Is on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be. And now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Denver, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee,